So also in chapter 9, we talk about mixed numbers and improper fractions. When we start talking about fractions, the kids are usually used to looking at a number that's worth less than 1. So if you had a whole, a fraction is part of a whole. So if it's tenths, the 1 is cut into 10 pieces, and I have 3 of them. But mixed numbers introduce quantities that are more than 1, but less than the next whole number, so like 1 3/10. And if you draw a number line, let's do 2 over here, between 0, 1, and 2, 1 3/10 is more than 1, but less than 2. So that's where our 1 3/10 would go. So we talk about not only representing those fractions, how to write them with the whole number that's larger and the fraction that's smaller, but also showing them with fraction tiles. And then we also talk about improper fractions, because also they always see fractions that have a numerator that's smaller than the denominator. But it is possible with an improper fraction to have a numerator that is greater than a denominator. And we don't really want to leave fractions like that, but it's possible to have that quantity. And the easiest way for me to represent these, instead of getting out 14 little 1/5 pieces, is to draw a picture. And when I'm representing mixed numbers, I start by counting. So I got 1 piece, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm going to shade. I have 5 pieces here. Okay, then I have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I just keep drawing whole pieces that are about the same size and cutting them into fifths. So then I had 10 here, so 11, 12, 13, 14, until I get to my 14 little 1/5 pieces, because each of these is 1/5. And we've also talked about how, even with 4/5, if we write that as unit fractions, it's 1/5 plus 1/5 plus 1/5 plus 1/5. Okay, so this is 4/5 in unit fractions. So 14/5 in the same way would be 1/5 14 times. So we have 1 whole plus 1 whole. So 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 is our whole number because we filled 2 whole sections. And then over here, our little fraction that's left is 4/5. So this drawing represents 2 and 4/5. So 2 and 4/5 is equal to 14/5. And that's how we can represent mixed numbers and improper fractions.